Hello everyone. Today let's talk about the pros and cons of using shredded leaf mulch. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, let's go over the pros first. So the first pro is that it lays down nicely like regular mulch. Look at that. Let's give you an overview. Looks very pretty. The leaves that were used were on the reddish and orange color. So the color that it's shredded into gives it a nice reddish color. I actually like the color of the mulch because it goes very well with the fall theme. It looks beautiful with the yellow plants. So right now, this is a winter interest garden with a fall interest mulch. The next pro is that the leaves were free. I didn't have to go out to buy any of these leaves. They were all free. The next pro is that when you shred the leaves, they get broken down a lot faster because you're already helping them in the degradation process or the decomposition process. That means the plants can take up these nutrients a lot faster than if they were to wait with the whole leaves, and then they can use up the nutrients and do whatever they need to grow and thrive. All right, let's talk about the cons now. So the first con has to do with the consistency of the leaves. So let me show you what I mean. All right, let's take a look at the leaves closely. So you can see that you have some that are broken down really well, but you still have some of them that are still pretty much intact. And that's because of the shredder, or it could be me or a little bit of both. Now, at the same time, some of the whole leaves here could have been swept away from another area of the garden, from one of those trees up there. So that's a possibility too, that some of the leaves, some of the whole leaves that are here were just blown over here, not because they didn't get shredded down really well. But I did see when I was shredding the leaves that some of them were still pretty much intact. So if you're shredding a lot of leaves at once, you know that some will kind of escape and will not get broken down or shredded well compared to the others, or they may be on the tougher side, maybe on the more moist side. It could be a number of things, but regardless, you're not going to get a nice shredded consistency, like the same consistency. Now, if I wanted to, I could have put all the leaves, the shredded leaves, back into the shredder one more time, but I didn't want to because that would be using up more energy, more gas and all that. And that brings me to a set of cons. With shredded leaves, of course, you need a shredder. You need something to shred the leaves with, that is. You need to provide your time and energy, and you need to provide gas to fuel the shredder or whatever you're going to use. So with that being said, shredding your leaves might not be a convenient thing for you to do. Like, I wouldn't want you to go out and buy a shredder or anything like that, invest in your energy to do that if you don't need to. Make it easier for you, weigh in your opportunity costs and all that. Now, if you're already using a lawnmower and you're already using it to shred, then that's really good already. So what I'm trying to say is, please don't feel the need to go out and buy more stuff that's going to, cost you more money and all that. Just use whatever you have. It just happens that, we bought the shredder a while back, and it was for an investment because I knew I would want to shred things on a regular basis. So that's why we got it in the beginning. And at that time, things were a lot less expensive. So keep that in mind as well. So that, I would say, that would be a huge con in deciding whether you want to shred your leaves or not, if you're not already shredding your leaves. So the next thing I want to address could be a pro or con or a combination of both, and that is whether shredded leaves are actually good for the plants or not. So in nature, as you know, you have leaves, tons of whole leaves just dropping to the ground and they get degraded over time. But what about when you are shredding the leaves on a molecular basis? Are you hurting the environment? Are you like not balancing the ecosystem, naturally and all that stuff? Well, I have been doing this for several years now, and overall, like by me observing, just by looking at the plants year after year, I couldn't tell you whether it has been hurting the plants. If it's been hurting the plant, it's very negligible, very small enough that I'm not able to tell. All I can say is the plants here have done really well. So whatever I have done, they seem to be doing good. They're not hurting that I could tell. So because I have not noticed anything bad happening to the plants, I will continue to shred the leaves and use them as mulch every year to help suppress the weeds. And I know that they will break down and provide nutrients to the plants. And like I mentioned, the plants here have done well, and I know that plants, they will take, for the most part, they will absorb whatever they need to help them, grow. So as far as that goes, they have done well over here. They're not hurting in any way that I could tell by shredding the leaves. So in conclusion, if you already have a shredder, you have your lawnmower, you have all the means that you need to shred your leaves, I would highly recommend that because they lay down really well, like regular mulch, and they definitely help to suppress the weeds. And as an added bonus, of course, when they break down, they're going to supply the nutrients that the plants may need to help them to grow and get bigger and get healthier and all that good stuff. Now, if you don't have the means to shred your leaves, I would still recommend that you use the leaves because they're free. And using whole leaves is better than not using leaves at all. They would still help to suppress the weeds and they would still break down. It's just that they break down a lot slower and they might not look attractive in your flower beds, but they still do the work. If you look at them from far away, they will still look very attractive. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. And until my next video, take care and bye for now.
It's me, the Mario. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure to like and subscribe and ring the notification bell so that way you don't miss out on any more content.